I'm announcing that I'm getting paparazzo rubro negro in the middle of a bunch of fans who came to say, oh, celebrating a draw, a little Carioca title. Man, a title is a title is important. I'm tired of all this whining in the comments. This nonsense, I'm going to restrict it, I'm going to block it, because it doesn't deserve it, man. It doesn't deserve it, honestly. It's a title. Man, I'm not afraid to say it. No, I'm not afraid. It's a title. It's important. Yes, it's to break that drought from the beginning of the year. Flamengo needed to win, to be champion. And people think we're not celebrating, man, but we are. Filipe Luis deserves it. Pep even talked about that. No one is taking away Filipe Luis's credit. He deserves to be celebrated too. He deserves to be praised. He played a part in this title. And Flamengo, life went on, and Flamengo needed this turning point, needed this title. Come on, seriously. And another thing, huh? It's the 5th title. For those who say otherwise, winning Fla-Flu is just normal. It's Flamengo's 5th title over Fluminense in the last 10 Carioca championships. Flamengo won 7, and the other 3 Rio rivals won 3. Man, those guys won 3, Flamengo won 7. Out of 10 of those 7, 5 were against Fluminense, 5 against Fluminense. And then they come and say they make the C for champion, man, say that. Then some idiots come and say, oh, you want to win? Fla-Flu? It's normal, my ass. Oh, Flamengo's going to be relegated. They said Flamengo was going to be relegated. There you go. There's your relegation. There you go. Take that. Another title. The 40th Flamengo, right? REO 40 degrees. That's it. And another thing, there's this talk that Flamengo, a bunch of crybabies, Flamengo bought the Carioca since they weren't even supposed to play. In the relegation playoff, they were going to be relegated, but they're champions. And those guys, because these results are impossible, all of them, go cry in bed. It's warmer there. We're champions again. 5 titles over. You suck it. That's just one and there's more. If I liked whining, I'd buy a stuttering cat, damn it.
Hey guys, with details here. The championship medal from the Carioca won by Mengo today over Fluminense in honor of the great Apolinho. Amazing.
He ran away, guys, yeah. It's really good to win a title in Brasilia, something that hadn't happened yet in my career. I'm here in my 2nd year, but since I joined Flamengo, I've been closer to winning titles. A special thanks to the staff for all the support they gave during these 5 days, to the players' attitude, and to them for believing in the idea. And also a big hug to Filipe, because he built this team even though he had to leave.
And now the Flamengo players are receiving the Carioca Champion Trophy from the hands of Captain de Arrascaeta, calling Alexandro Jorginho Luiz Araújo. Clube de Regatas do Flamengo is the 3-time consecutive Carioca champion. Flamengo, the greatest state champion, wins once again on penalties in a hard-fought victory. It's the first title for the Red and Black this year. It's the first title for Coach Leonardo Jardim. Flamengo fans shouting 3-time champions. It's Clube de Regatas do Flamengo, the Rio de Janeiro State Champion.
The experts, the experts.
The club of
real quick, damn it, real quick.
From Flamengo, from Rio.
Thank you.
The Flamengo Club champion.
No, for sure.
The club of...
Thank you.
Carioca, thank you.
Whenever someone arrives, we try to convey a bit of the pressure of what it means to wear Flamengo's jersey. I know this well, and the players who've already won everything here know it too. Winning today was important to regain confidence, and with his arrival, we can keep growing.
And we know where we are. We know that Flamengo really, when it enters the competition, wants to win. When we see a trophy there in the middle of the field, we want that trophy to come to our locker room. Unfortunately, we weren't able to win those last two trophies, but we tried. If we also played for those two trophies, it's because we earned the right last year to compete for them. Unfortunately, we didn't win. I think the answer came today. The answer came through this title. And now it's about always continuing to work to improve, always working with this champion mindset that Flamengo has, this champion mindset that this group has, and the work ahead. I'm sure it's going to be excellent work. Thank you very much.
If you don't win here, it's a problem, right? Now, when you win, people say it doesn't count, but a title is a title. You put it on your resume, and it means a lot. I'm sure this carries even more weight than it was today, the way it happened with 70,000 people in here. If this doesn't mean anything, I don't know what does, right? Thrilled for another Flamengo title. This means so much to us.
So Filipe Leo here speaking. Let's be able to do it again.
Thank you. It was a week here that left many scars on this group, on the fans, on football. There are a lot of people here. How is it? How are you dealing with this, and how did you handle all these things that you shouldn't have had to change?
It was truly an atypical week that I experienced in my career. Very sad for him. I think the main thing is the way the club's idol was treated. I can't get involved in the decisions, and also out of respect for the coach who just arrived. And we're focused on what he wants to win, and on what we also want to win. But I think the main thing is the way we treat the idol. And it's not that you can't criticize, that you only have to praise, because he's already won everything as a player and as a coach. But I think because of the way he always treated Flamengo with a lot of respect, putting Flamengo above everything, so I think that's where people failed him a little. I think the way it happened, whether he really deserved to be fired or not, that's something the management decides, not the players. We have to respect that, but I think the main thing was the way it was handled. I think especially because of what he represents for Flamengo, I think here in Brazil. In general, I think there's a real lack of respect for the idols, for what they've done for the club. Like I said, it's not that you can't criticize, you can't talk about his work, because he definitely made mistakes. Like us, last year's winning players made mistakes and deserve some criticism, but I think the way this is handled in the fight against that
With the board.
We've just started to support this decision now, right? Until people think that the player is the one who has to be. How has this conversation been for you? We know there was pressure on the squad. How has your daily routine been with all this?
Well, like I told you, we have to respect their decision and focus on working with a new coach. And we know that we lost a great coach, but we also gained a great coach with Coach Jardim, with the work he does. Like I told you, I think what upset most people was that it was the way Filipe was treated, because everyone had a lot of respect for him, for everything he did for us. And I think a lot of things were made public with a lot of lies, I think, about how our group is, which is a very dedicated, very hardworking group. And Filipe always treated us by giving us freedom, but always respecting everyone's work a lot. So it's no coincidence that several situations happened where we were held accountable, just like with Pedro, for example. So Filipe has always demanded a lot from us. Like, it was made to look like Filipe let everything go and it was chaos, let's put it that way, but it was never like that. There was always a lot of accountability, and now Jardim is here. Like I said, we respect the management, the decision of the management, and we have to work. I think, like I said, we lost a great coach, but we gained another great one, which is Jardim. He's a knowledgeable guy who's here to add to the team and, most importantly, to help us win.
No.
You talked about Jardim.
This is the third title match you've had this season and the first one you've actually won. How important is this title for you at this moment, especially since it's been such a turbulent time for the club?
A very important moment. We all know that, and it was really important to turn things around for our season since we had already been working so hard. So today also marks the beginning of a new cycle, and we're doing everything we can to make it a winning cycle, just like the last one. Let's wrap up on Jardim. Damn. In the middle of my answer, you say something like that, man, and I even lost my train of thought, you son of a bitch. That's it. Let's keep working hard to bring joy to our people.
Barcela gave us this moment, the first impression of Leonardo Jardim's work.
Very positive. I believe he has very clear ideas and convictions, which we obviously have to absorb and adapt to as quickly as possible, and work.
All right, thanks.
In soccer, there's no time to rest. Tomorrow, we've already started preparing for the next match against Cruzeiro here at home, where we want to recover well physically so we can be at our level again.
Leonardo, in Flamengo's 130-year history, this is the first time a coach has become champion with just one match. What do you think about that?
Well, now it's already part of Flamengo's history, but I really hope this is just the beginning, because this group is fantastic and our fans have supported us a lot. And I really hope this victory gives the team even more confidence so that in the future they become even more competent.
Thank you and good luck.
List.
I know it's hard to analyze, but you promised to make few changes to Flamengo's team, and we saw a Flamengo that the fans know. At least the starting lineup, was that the decision you made?
For sure, we used some more experienced players, some players who are used to playing together. We didn't have much time to train, and that made us choose from the group that played more often. But for sure, we have a qualified squad. We have 22 players, 2 players for each position, and for sure in the future others will play. Because a team like Flamengo, in a championship like this, where you play 8,000 minutes, with just one, it's not possible. That's why we count on everyone.
Man, Philly is a friend. He's an amazing guy. Like I said, he was the main reason I'm here today, for all the effort he made to bring me here. And I really wish I could have delivered sooner, to have helped in a more impactful way. I can say I'm very happy. It's a very special day for me. I wish all the best to Filipe Luis. Now, we have a new coach who also came wanting to win a lot. It's very important for the group, and we have to keep working hard.
What are your dreams?
That I can have many days like this, celebrating, putting a medal on my chest, lifting trophies and celebrating with this whole group.
An extremely turbulent week, which started in a way that no one expected and ends with this title. How is it? How was this week for you all?
Filipe leaving, the arrival of a new coach. What can you tell us about that?
No change is easy. When there's a change, we need to adapt, and that also takes time. Of course, it was a situation we didn't expect, what happened right after the 8-0, but it happened. What I have to say is about this group, I've been here for 6 years. It has always known how to handle pressure or difficult moments that happen in football, and without a doubt, this was another one. And today we gave the answer. Winning this title, it's not easy to win a derby, a final, but like I said, the group is motivated. Also hopeful with this start from Renato Jardim, who arrived and only had 3 days of training. Still not much time, but it showed that the group is definitely going to support them so that together we can have a victorious era, a time of achievements. That's what the group wants.
Did he talk a little about you in the planning? How he intended to use you and so on? What did you all think? What did you think about this start of working with him?
A very good start, right? Really? I talked to him too. I spoke to him a few days ago. But what does he understand? About the way I play, about what I can offer to the team? Today there were some plays there for the build-up as well that he tried to do with me. This physical play which almost resulted in a goal in the first half. But without a doubt, there's a lot for us to grow together, for us to win together, which is what we want and expect. So I'm happy for this start, already being victorious for him and for the whole group, and I hope it continues like this. Thank you guys.
Of course, the other goal is part of the game, especially early in the season. But when things keep repeating, it really bothers us. We get bothered day by day. We talk to each other and get upset. We feel these moments when we concede a goal, especially because of how it was last year, how we felt really solid as a team last year, defending, and this year we weren't managing to do that. So I'm happy, like I said, it's a turning point. And I think it's not just for the year, because of the way we want to turn this into a winning year, like last year was, but also to get back to not conceding goals and try to keep it that way. Because we know that the foundation of a winning team is also conceding few goals. And I'm talking defensively, not just the back line, but the whole team in the defensive phase. Thanks, everyone.
Since you took over, maybe this week has been the most turbulent of your time in charge. I wanted to know, how much? This title is important even to calm things down and also to give Coach Leonardo Jardim some peace of mind to start his work here at Flamengo.
Man, being a 7-time tri-champion, Carioca champion, our 40th title, it's a reason for huge satisfaction and pride. Really cool. Today, this is all I'm thinking about, just living in the moment, like Roberto Carlos used to say. When I'm here, I live this beautiful moment. That's it. A 7-time tri-champion. That's all I'm thinking about right now. Really happy. And I'm sure that more than 45 million people are thinking the same thing as I am.
A sense of relief and peace of mind to get through the season.
I wouldn't say relief, because the level of pressure at Flamengo is huge, but it's an immense joy. This is an immense joy, right? Winning a title here, how was it? It was a complicated, challenging start to the year for us. Even in the Carioca Championship, we flirted with a very uncomfortable situation. Arriving here at the end, this 7th Three-Peat is fantastic, just too good. Today is all about enjoying this happiness together with over 45 million.
President, there have been cases where players left a competition midway, but their team still won and they received medals. Now, just before lifting the trophy, the fans shouted Filipe Luis's name. Do you intend to send a medal in honor of Filipe Luis?
I don't know what's going to happen with that part. That's strictly a football decision. Whatever they decide will be well defined. I think it's fair he gets a medal. I'm not sure how it will happen, but I see no problem. He made a major contribution to Flamengo. What he did for us will never be forgotten, but we have to look ahead. Anyway, life goes on. I wish him much success and good luck. For him, his name is already in the gallery of great champions. As a player, as a coach, so it's deserved, just like the title for the nation. Thank you, thanks.
Is there a chance you'll go after a striker in the open national transfer window?
Man, every day we discuss some possibility, but that doesn't mean we're going to make it happen. So we've been facing important challenges here, because a lot of people say, oh, we need a striker, and sometimes we don't just want any striker, we want the striker. So that somehow creates some difficulty. It affects the response time for these decisions a bit. But anyway, today is a day to celebrate. Today is a day to celebrate. Fans can trust that we work hard to bring joy, not just today, but all year. Thanks.
Thank you, President.
In the shootout, when the goalkeeper has more chances to lose and everything, I stay confident because I trust in my work. I trust our daily routine and the work we do with Thiago, Fabinho, Andrew, Diogo, and the other goalkeepers. And so that's it. I felt important at that moment to be able to help the team. That's the most important thing. And winning the title is the best thing we have because we need it. I think it's a gesture of affection for us, for our family, for the fans who came here to support.
Do you realize today that you're possibly one of Flamengo's most decisive goalkeepers in the past 50 years, as Eric Faria mentioned in our broadcast?
Yeah, I guess it is like that when you think about it. I've only been at the club for 3 years. And everything I've achieved is also because of my work, my family, my wife, who's around here, and him too, who supports me every day here, far from home. My wife, who stays home alone almost every time we have a game. So that's it. I think that's it. We share a special bond that's important to me, and I feel the same about them. Still, my job is to perform on the field and always work to make Flamengo greater.
Rossi, live here on Flamengo TV. People are watching you, João, in the studio on arrival. Today you said Balti is leaving.
He's looking for Paquetá. Paquetá is looking for Paquetá.
Go to mommy. Did you talk about penalties before the game today? Did it cross your mind because you studied Fluminense with the team? Did it cross your mind because you already expected a tough match? Or is it just because you're getting used to it?
No, I think every derby is tough, especially when it's a final. I think it becomes a tougher game, a more important one, a game of details, a game where nobody wants to take too many risks. Also, to avoid suffering a counterattack, a set piece, trying to stay focused for the full 90 minutes. And today we obviously end up winning a very important title, but we can't forget everything that's been happening since the beginning of the year. I think this title is important for everyone to start building confidence for the new coach. But we can't forget the work of Filipe, Ivan, and the coaching staff who were here until Monday. After everything we've been through since he took over the team in the semi-finals of the 2024 Copa do Brasil. So that's it. No one can forget everything we've been achieving. Obviously, everyone likes to win, but like I said the other day after the game against Lanús, when you get to the end, there's a winner and a loser. And today we're here as the winners to gain confidence in our journey ahead.
Rossi, to wrap up, are you talking about tranquility? We know how hard it is to achieve that at Flamengo. Winning a title today lets Leonardo Jardim join and understand the group from a new perspective. If this title hadn't come today, it would have been important for the continuation of this work in the short term, even until Wednesday for the game against Cruzeiro.
It's obvious that winning always gives you confidence, and even more so when you win a title. It's a third consecutive title that nobody had managed to win in the Carioca for a long time, and that's it. To stay a long time at Flamengo, you have to win titles, and we're winning, gaining more confidence for what's ahead. Now it's time to rest. Wednesday is already less than 72 hours away. Now we have another decisive match, even though it's just the first games of the Brazilian League, a decisive home match against a tough rival. And that's it. It's time to rest and prepare ourselves in the best way for Wednesday's match. Let's go all in. Thank you very much. Wednesday until Wednesday.
Until then.
Thank you.
Alasser, this Carioca championship was special for you. You said goodbye to the club, got emotional, stayed, and now you're leaving with another title.
I want to thank God for the chance to be here. A kid like Paulo always says at 21 years old, living this moment, once again lifting the trophy inside Maracana, wearing this wonderful jersey. I hope this year will be a year of many victories, many glories, and to glorify the Lord's name as well, right, which is important, who has been helping me become a better man, a more serious, more focused guy. So I hope this year brings a lot of joy to all of us.
What happened in that negotiation with Bragantino? Because it seemed like everything was going well, right? And then things fell apart a bit. Explain it to us. How was your year?
I don't even know. Since I didn't sign anything, I'm still leaving Flamengo, my home, so I leave that for my agent and Flamengo to sort out. My mind was totally focused on Flamengo no matter what.
Let me ask you, look, a question for you. You've always had Filipe as your coach, right? And now you win a title, first game with Leonardo Jardim. Man, what are your expectations? A lot of people are looking at you as a player who could reach your full potential under Leonardo Jardim. It's a new school, it's a new coach, man. What are your expectations for this year? I repeat, you've always been coached by Filipe since the youth academy, man. What do you hope to learn from this whole situation with Leonardo Jardim? What are you noticing about movement? How would you assess Leonardo's start, and what are your expectations for the season?
No, Filipe has always been important to me, even before I moved up from the youth academy. He taught me a lot and helped me adapt to this position. Thank God I was happy in many moments. Talking about Leonardo Jardim, he's a guy who likes to work. I saw that at the beginning of his story at Flamengo.
A guy who showed that he has confidence in me. So I'm going to work hard to earn my place. No matter what, I'll keep working. If I get 2 or 5 minutes, I'll be giving it my all. Seriously.
There goes Ayrton Lucas with his family leaving the field.
Another title for Ayrton Lucas's career with Flamengo. A multi-champion player for the club, lifting yet another trophy. Ayrton.
Ayrton, title for the women. Do you have someone to dedicate it to? Without a doubt, especially to my wife, right, whom I love very much, and to my mother, my sisters, all my family. A hug and a kiss to everyone.
Ayrton, you are a player who openly supports Flamengo, a multi-champion with the club, always respected the club, and was often unfairly criticized. How is it for you to lift another trophy for the club?
Man, as I made very clear, right, I'm a fan of this club. I give my life for it. Unfortunately, some mistakes happen that are out of my control. I always try to do my best. I think nobody makes mistakes on purpose. So it's really hard because of some things we go through, especially for me personally. It's really hard when you lose a title, but when you make a mistake, it ends up being even harder, more painful. So sometimes it's really hard to move on. So especially now, I'm feeling really calm. So I hope from now on I can play better, deliver more to help this club that I love. So I hope they forgive me for this mistake, you know, that they can support me from now on, because I'll always try to give my best.
Thank you, Ayrton.
Ayrton, just a moment, Ayrton. After almost playing the relegation playoff, right, Flamengo becomes three-time Rio champion. Man, that gives a huge boost for the rest of the season, right?
No doubt, right? We know our ability. Never. Flamengo can never just compete in this. Flamengo always has to be fighting for titles. That's always been our goal. So that phase is behind us now, right? We managed to reach the final, and most importantly, we won the title. So I'm even happier to be winning another title with this jersey.
Thank you. A message for the fans, Royal. A message for the fans who always chant your name, always supporting you. Thank you so much for your constant affection. We know that this is very important for all of us. And this affection from the fans brings us even closer to victory. Thanks, Royal. Here's the statement from Emerson Royal. Flamengo's right back. He's going to the fans. He's going to meet the fans. Look, he said it's from there to here. Really cool of Emerson Royal. Great to see him meeting the fans.
A hug for you.
We're together. This is the toughest part. Then you finish. Look, it's to calm down. Filipe, Luis, Leila, everyone together.
Let's go.
What is it, Filipe? We just needed a little plate. This is Filipe.
A big hug.
Leo Ortiz, what happened to you in that play?
Just a normal collision. It's part of it. I think the Fluminense player pushed him, and what happened. We ended up colliding. All right?
How does it feel to win another title in this jersey? It's very rewarding.
Man, it's always special, especially here at Maracana, against a great opponent who had an excellent campaign in the Carioca. So we're happy about this title and for everything I've already mentioned.